Hello there. That's right, you guessed it. We're talking about all things Obi-Wan Kenobi because guess what? DICE just revealed their community transmission for Obi-Wan Kenobi and the 212th Attack Battalion. We're going to go over every single detail about Obi-Wan Kenobi, including abilities and also, yes, every star card he has. Plus, we're going to be talking about his skins and appearances, which look really, really cool, as you could see here. And also going over some other cool details about victory poses and emotes and much more. So some really cool stuff in here for sure. But welcome back to Star Wars HQ. Let us begin, shall we? Alright, so yes, if you did not know, my bro Ryan is headed to Sweden. He's actually there right now. He's getting his hotel all arranged, and he's going to be capturing gameplay of Geonosis, Obi-Wan, and all this stuff for us. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. So let's just dive in right now, shall we? So, first of all, we're going to be talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi's abilities, and there are a lot of them. Now, also, if you missed it, we're going to be getting some really cool vehicles in, this Geonosis update, so that's going to be cool. You can check out all the previous videos in the description below if you missed them, but first of all, his first ability is described as simply lightsabers. It says, of course, he's going to be using a traditional weapon of a Jedi Knight. It provides strong attacks, and Obi-Wan will have the ability to deflect, both lightsabers and blasters more effectively than other Jedi due to his increased stamina pool. So he's going to have this increased stamina pool as well. So that is going to be very cool. And I cannot wait to see how he handles himself against the likes of General Grievous. Alright, next up, it goes on to say this. He has the ability called All-Out Push. It says Obi-Wan will unleash a powerful force blast in an area directly in front of him, damaging and sending his opponents tumbling backwards. This ability can be adapted based on the situation you find yourself in. Now, hold down the button to increase both the range and width of this ability. So, it has basically, an alternate attack version of this ability if you hold down that button long enough. So, that's cool that they actually implemented something like that. And if you guys didn't know, Obi-Wan Kenobi, for me personally, is like one of the best characters in all of entertainment, in my opinion. I think he is that good. Alright, so next up, let's go on to the next ability. It's called Defensive Rush. And it says, Obi-Wan will rush forward, swinging his lightsaber, deflecting any attacks, and damaging enemies in front of him. So it sounds like this is going to be your CQC, get in your enemy's face type move, where you get up close and personal and basically show off your abilities. Now, I'm curious to see how much dodging is involved with this, of course, but you can also use some of these abilities to get out of, combat as well, if you are in a pinch and you need to do that. So, curious to see how quick Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be, because as you guys remember, in the movies, he was very fast. Next ability is going to be called Restrictive Mind Trick. It says, when used, all opponents' abilities in front of Obi-Wan will be disrupted during this time. No abilities will be available, and it says this also includes dodges as well. So yes, you will be able to do quite the number on your enemies, as you can see with Obi-Wan Kenobi's abilities. A wide assortment of abilities there. Let me know which one is going to be your favorite to use in combat, and also let me know who would win, Obi-Wan versus General Grievous, just based off the information we have so far, and leave a comment down below and go. Alright, so star cards, that's what we're going to be talking about right now. We got quite a bit of star cards to go over, believe you me. So let's dive in. So the first one is called Jedi Resilience. It says it increases health regeneration, and it goes on to describe it as Obi-Wan Kenobi has increased maximum health regeneration. I think that was pretty self-explanatory for sure. And then we have Jedi General. Says health regained, and the description is as follows. Whenever Obi-Wan Kenobi defeats an enemy trooper, he regains 20 health. whenever he defeats an enemy hero, he regains even more. So a reason to really stay in the thick of combat and to keep, yourself in that combat. Next up, it says perfect defense and effects are defensive combat. Now, the description says this: blocking lightsaber and blaster attacks drains less stamina. So that's actually a really good one if you want to be more of a defensive player, perhaps, and kind of lead your men to victory. All right, next up we have Give It All. Its effects are increased range, decreased damage, and the description is all-out push has a longer range, but its damage is reduced. That's going to be interesting to see how many of you guys go with that one. I hate the fact that the damage is reduced on that one, but it's good to see that they're kind of balancing it out at the same time as well. And the next one is called Quick and Focused. Effects decrease time, and it says the charge up time of all-out push is slightly shorter. So you can kind of go in with Obi-Wan Kenobi and do a jack-of-all-trades approach, or really specialize, as you could see, in certain abilities as you go. I prefer, honestly, to specialize because you get the max punch, I guess you would say, when you get into combat. Next up, it says Think It Over, and it's increasing this effect, which is going to be enemies are affected by restrictive mind trick for a longer time. That could be super important to also the defense of other heroes that are on the Battlefront. Okay, so let's keep going and talking here. So the next one is more doubts. It says increased range. It says restrictive mind trick has a longer range as well. And then the next one, it says this: forward. Increased damage to the defensive rush. Lightsaber hits deal more damage. Nice. Always good to know that you can increase, your damage for Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber when you are up close and personal. So that was it for the star cards. Again, you can find all the star cards and stuff like that in the description below if you want to check them out. But you know what we need to talk about? We need to talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi's appearances. So he has 2 different skins and appearances. Let's see what the blog post had to say about that. But check this out. Here he is in his full robe set here. But you can also see that he has more of a simpler look here. Let me know which one you prefer. Let me show you that one more time. Which one? Number 1 or number 2? Post down below. 1 or 2? I like the robe, the full robe here. I think that is pretty badass for sure. Okay, so this is what the blog post had to say about this. It says, Obi-Wan Kenobi will have 2 appearances when he launches. His default will be based on his appearance from Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Sweet. And then it says this as well. An additional appearance will be available for either 40,000 credits or 1,000 crystals, and will be based on his iconic Jedi robes, which we are seeing right here, right now. So, yeah, some really cool stuff. So cool, to just see stuff from, personally, one of my favorite movies, which is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. I thought that was one of the best Star Wars movies. There's just something about it, man. So it's good to see Obi-Wan coming to Battlefront 2. Definitely a reason to hop back on and celebrate for sure. So let's go over some more details here. So don't forget, by the way, I've been kind of neglecting this detail. We are getting the 212th Attack Battalion skins for our clone troopers in this update. That's going to be huge. Of course, remember who led the 212th was Commander Cody. So it would be cool to see Commander Cody eventually come to Battlefront 2 as well. But yeah, cool stuff there. Also, I wanted to talk a bit about, victory poses and emotes. There are several of them. We have victory poses here. Shall we duel? Fighting stance. Soldiers with me. And contemplating. So several victory poses to choose from as you play with Obi-Wan. And don't forget about emotes as well. We have hello there. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. The strongest defense is a swift and decisive offense and your move. Now, also, there were some, voice lines that were revealed. Let me pop those up for you guys really fast. These are them right here. Take a look at those. I'm not going to read off every single one of them, but we do have let the negotiations begin. I think hello there is probably one of the most important ones. Just when I think of Obi-Wan, I think of that scene. I think it's also pretty hilarious how he popped in there and just, hello there. It's just so iconic. There's something about it. But yeah, let me know out of all these voice lines here, which one is your favorite? And by the way, is there anything missing? What would you like to see added if that's something? But my goodness, there's a ton of voice lines there, including with Obi-Wan. So excited to hear him, and his banter with all of the other heroes and villains. Also, don't forget, the roadmap is right here. We will be getting wintertime content as well down the road. So look out for more with that. Is this the new roadmap? Well, hold on. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to be getting more Clone Wars content as well. I know that there were several different roadmap, that were released, of course. But we're going to be getting Anakin and Dooku as well. Guys, I have been so busy lately. I have been running open world games. If you guys did not know, check that out as well. But yes, stay tuned here to Star Wars HQ. Ryan is over in Sweden, ready to capture some new Geonosis gameplay. So hyped for that. Can't wait for that. Man, he's getting his hotel ready right now, and he's excited to check it out. And Obi-Wan and Geonosis and all that good stuff. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned here for more Star Wars Battlefront 2, Clone Wars, and of course Geonosis. Look out for the gameplay. Thanks, guys. I will see you later, and may the Force be with you always.